What is going on, Brotherhood? Welcome back to another draft video. Today is the rematch. You know who I'm joined by.
Hi, I'm back finally. It
was over a year ago. We did our draft. And it's like my second most viewed video now. It was my most viewed video for a while. This is like Backlash weekend last year. You guys loved it and you wanted us to do another one.
So a year later, we're back.
A year later, we're back and we're going to be doing another WWE figure draft. This time we're changing a few things up. There's not going to be any women. There's going to be GMs this time, though, so that's going to be interesting, and it's going to be the same thing. I'll be Raw. He'll once again be SmackDown. Since he did get the pick last year, I'm getting the first pick this year. That's just fair. But anyways, we're going to start off by revealing our GMs. And my GM for Monday Night Raw is the savior of misbehavior, Corey Graves.
And my GM for the SmackDown brand will be the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
One of the all-time greats. Very nice pick. But now we're going to get into world titles, or, well, titles in general, and then we'll start picking. So my major belt on my brand is going to be the Big Gold World Heavyweight Championship. And then moving on to my minor title, it is the United Kingdom Championship. Love this belt design. My special title, we've got the Cruiserweight title, one with the current design. So I will have the Cruiserweight division, and I went with, dropped one of them, but the sort of more classic Raw tag belts. Just put one of them out here. Go ahead, SmackDown.
Alright, so my major world title is just the WWE Championship. You know, just go with what works, I guess. My second title is the Hardcore Championship. My mid-card title will be this beautiful looking title called the Intercontinental Championship.
But you wanted so badly last time.
Yes, I did.
And I snatched it.
And for my tag belts, I got the old SmackDown tag belts. Trying to get
not going to focus.
Well, I mean, you know, there you have it.
Well, there you go. There are our titles and our GMs. Now we're going to get into picking. All right, the first pick in the draft for Monday Night Raw is none other than the current IWGP Heavyweight Champion, Kenny Omega. He just won the belt last night. I've got to have Kenny Omega on the red brand. So I will be going with the cleaner.
And for SmackDown's first pick, who else could it be? Because this is the house that he built. The phenomenal AJ Styles.
Second time in a row.
Yeah.
I'm missing out on AJ.
Yeah.
Well, I got Kenny, so I'm happy. He wasn't even involved in the draft last year. And for my second pick, it's pretty obvious for me at least. I'm going to go with my favorite superstar on the current WWE roster, none other than Seth freaking Rollins.
So, SmackDown's second pick. With this pick, I hope I can fix what I think they somewhat ruined in the WWE version. It was alright, it wasn't as good as it could have been, but I'm picking the artist known as Shinsuke Nakamura for SmackDown Live.
All right, Monday Night Raw's third pick, who easily could have been my first pick. It was either going to be Kenny Omega or this guy. I guess I could have picked him last round, but oh well, I took Rollins. I'm taking CM Punk, the best in the world.
You may not know me, but I love this guy, even though most people don't. I am picking the big dog, Roman Reigns.
And you just lost the fan vote.
Yes, I did.
All right, I'm going to start off the tag team picks. I'm going with the best tag team in the world today. The new IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions of the world. None other than Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks. I've completed the Elite. Too bad I don't have a Bushi. I could have done the Golden Elite, but we do have the Young Bucks joining Kenny Omega.
Yes, I have noticed that. And to join the phenomenal AJ Styles on SmackDown, we got fellow club brothers, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. I know it's the other way around, but yeah. So, coming to SmackDown.
Well, I'm going to be going with a very strong pick. Keeping up with my sort of indie darlings so far, I'm going with Daniel Bryan. Got some great people. What are you chuckling about over there?
I want him.
You wanted him?
Yes.
Well, too bad.
Yeah, I guess. You know, he won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck, so he better be good. Kurt Angle, former. I don't know what I was gonna say. Never mind. Kurt Angle coming to
Gold
SmackDown.
medalist.
Yes.
Enough said. All right, I've got a good pick in mind. I'm gonna go with the charismatic Enigma, Jeff Hardy.
I'm going to come in with another tag team.
That's who I was taking as my tag team.
In Jimmy and Jay, the Usos.
That was gonna be my tag team feud. Usos and Young Bucks. Oh, you completely ruined my pick.
They are mine.
But I lost him last time, and I just can't lose him this time. If I could find him, there he is. Start off my Cruiserweight division. I'm taking the King of the Cruiserweights, Neville.
Once again, trying to fix what WWE did to him. Not had the best couple of years ever since winning the inaugural Universal title. Bringing in Finn Balor to SmackDown Live.
All right, Finn Balor, I see you. You're taking the first Universal Champion. I'm taking the longest reigning Universal. Not anymore. That's Brock Lesnar. No, I'm not taking Brock Lesnar. I'm taking Kevin Owens. I'm taking the best Universal Champion, even though that belt's had a really bad history, considering the 4 champions were him, Finn held it for a day, Lesnar, and Goldberg. But yeah, I'm taking the prize fighter.
I just absolutely love this man. I think he is a great wrestler, and I think he'll bring a lot to SmackDown. I'm bringing in Sami Zayn by himself.
Very nice pick. I would have loved to have Sami Zayn, but I'm going to go with this man. I'm going with the Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose. The Shield has all been taken now. I've got Rollins on my brand, so there's a tag team I could fall upon if I need one. And he'd just be a pretty solid mid-card wrestler. Certainly not a main eventer in my opinion, but I'm going to take Dean Ambrose.
I don't pick this person just because I know you'll pick him down the line, but I think he needs to win a title at some point, and I think on SmackDown he will. The monster among men, Braun Strowman. I guess he won the Raw Tag Team titles, but I mean, you know.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
For a day. Very nice pick. I got to get one established name on my brand. I'm going to be going with the Viper, Randy Orton.
That's a good pick.
Looking great here.
Just gotta keep the tag teams rolling.
How did I mess that up?
Gonna bring in the Revival,
Oh.
Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson.
I forgot about them because they're at the back.
Do you have one tag team?
Yeah.
I think you got
All
one
right,
tag team, bud.
I'm taking another tag team then. One that I was a big fan of, but they kind of flopped in WWE. I am going with Jason Jordan and Chad Gable, American Alpha. I've stolen Jason from his dad. Sorry, Kurt.
For my next pick, I think I'm going to pick him again. I think I picked him last year. I'm going to pick him again. Even though there's someone over there I see that I want to pick right now, but you know. I'm going to bring The Miz to SmackDown.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. There's some great guys left over here.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm taking that person. Maybe I am. I don't know. I don't care. I'm taking Samoa Joe, the Destroyer.
It may or may not be who I was referencing.
Still some very iconic names over there.
There are some very, very big names over here. Like, this is the one I was looking at anyway, but Samoa Joe is a good pick. I think I'm pretty confident in this choice. I'm going to bring The Undertaker to SmackDown.
Very nice.
You know, always an excellent match with him, so yeah.
Well, I've already been screwed with tag teams. There's some main event level names. I just don't want to get screwed when it comes to cruiserweights.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take another cruiserweight before he gets snatched up, and that is Tyler Bate. Gotta love Tyler Bate.
For my next pick, yeah, I'm just gonna finish up with my tag teams right now. I think.
Solid pick.
With bringing in a new day, and there we
3 picks in one. The New Day. Well, you can take New Day all you want because I'm going to go with Rusev Day. I'm taking Rusev. I do not have a name in English, so Rusev's just coming here on his own. But gotta love Rusev. Great addition to the mid-card.
For my next pick, you know, he's been away for a little bit. I think I should bring him back to SmackDown. Y2j Chris Jericho.
So many big names left.
There
here.
are still a lot, honestly.
But yeah, I'm gonna snatch one. I didn't want him that badly, but honestly, if you're just gonna let him sit there, of course I'm gonna take him. John Cena. You know, I've already got Randy, so I wasn't in a huge rush to pick him. But John Cena, a very solid guy. He can have a great match with just about anybody.
I think I'm gonna grab this guy here. He's been here, I think, for a lot longer than he should have been.
He was like my second pick last year.
Yeah, he was indeed. HBK, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Very nice. Well, I can't let you snatch any more of these tag teams. My division's pretty sad as it is, so I'm going to be going with Sheamus and Cesaro. Da Bar! We are Da Bar!
Once again, another great wrestler that I absolutely love to watch. Bringing in Dolph Ziggler, the show-off.
Very nice. Kind of goes with my last pick, but this guy's probably going to end up being paired with Cesaro. You guys know I love Cesaro and Kidd, so I'm going with Tyson Kidd. Snatching him up. If I don't put him with Cesaro, then he'd be a great addition to the Cruiserweights.
I'm going to snatch, I think, another old-timer from the pile here. The Game Triple H, if I can get him to stand here. There we go.
Very, very nice pick. One of the best heels of all time. And I'm going to take one of the best current heels. And I'm going with the American Nightmare, Cody. Taking some more Bullet Club.
I was surprised how long he was there for.
I am as well.
I'm going to grab me the glorious one, Bobby Roode. It'd be glorious if he'd stand. There we go.
And another pick for my Cruiserweight division. I'm taking probably one of, if not the greatest Cruiserweights of all time, and that is Rey Mysterio.
Excellent return in the Rumble this year.
Indeed.
So, I always love giving this guy a chance, even though he's smirking at me right now and he's like, what an awful pick. I want to give him a chance. I know he can do great things. World title match, this guy right here.
Oh, yeah.
Apollo Crews. Believe in Apollo Crews.
Complete waste of a pick. I wasn't going to pick him probably until like one of the last 3 or 4.
No.
This guy, however, actually could fight for a world title, and he is definitely a top-level competitor, and that is Roderick Strong. Too bad I have not made customs of the rest of the Undisputed Era, but Strong, he can compete in the Cruiserweight division, compete for the UK title, even the world title. Strong is very underrated.
For my next pick, I'm bringing in another tag team, even though I know I said I was done with them, but I'm bringing in Eric Rowan and Luke Harper in the Bludgeon Brothers.
All right, Bludgeon Brothers. I'm going to wrap up my Bullet Club and take the villain, Marty Scurll.
Yeah, I was kind of leaving him there just because what's
the point having him without the Bullet Club?
Exactly.
But he can join the Cruiserweight division, and, you know, he's a great wrestler, a villain.
So something I just noticed is I now have all members of the Wyatt family if I bring in Matt Hardy.
You don't have Randy Orton.
And okay. I mean, I've got Eric, I've got Luke, I've got Braun, so Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy.
Very, very nice pick. Not sure exactly who I'd like to take next, but I guess I could use more mid-card heels, so I'm going to go with Baron Corbin. And I guess I've just lost when it comes to MDT. So yeah, Baron Trash Corbin is my pick.
Very big pick, and I mean big. Yeah.
Big.
I think he does deserve a second chance. They haven't used him a lot lately, you know? I just want to give the guys, they deserve a chance, okay? So I'm bringing Ty Dillinger to SmackDown Live.
All right. Keeping up with the Cruiserweights, I'm going to go with a guy who gets a lot of hate. His gimmick's pretty cringy, but he's great in the ring, in my opinion. I'm going with TJ Perkins. The dude's honestly a really good wrestler.
For my next pick, I'm getting another legend here, I would say, in Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to also go with a legend, but I'm going to go with a legendary tag team. Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys. Get some veterans in my tag team division.
Always have a fun time whenever I watch this guy. He has fun in the ring and outside of even in his own entrance. So I'm bringing in No Way Jose. No way.
Yeah, there's no way Jose that I wanted him on my brand. There's still some legends here. I've been trying to focus on a lot of younger guys, and I think he has two. But I will call this guy up. I'm going with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Don't know how Apollo Crews and No Way Jose have gotten picked before him, but yeah, I'll add him to my roster. I've just been trying to focus on the younger guys. I think he has two, but I'll add the veteran and Stone Cold.
For my Miz, I guess it is appropriate, and I should have noticed this sooner, that I should bring in the B team in Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. There you have it.
I just keep snatching up cruiserweights because I got to build that division up. I'm going to be going with Kalisto.
You know, there's not much to say. I'm just gonna pick me a Zack Ryder.
Decent pick.
You know, Zack Ryder.
He's always a decent mid-carder.
Yeah.
There's still like two legends I'm looking at here.
The question is, which one do you want more?
I really don't want either one terribly bad. Just with the guys I have on my roster, I don't feel like they'd work as well. So I think I'll take another cruiserweight. Giving me a lot of options here. I'm going to go with Gentleman Jack Gallagher, which would also work for my UK title. So, yeah, Gentleman Jack.
You know, I've got Undertaker. Maybe they'll do something. Who knows? I'm going to choose Kane.
Just taking another guy here for my mid-card. Going to go with Big Cass. Not a big fan of him, but you got to have guys in your mid-card.
I feel like this is sad that this is one of the last picks. It's also not sad at the same time, though. I'm just going to throw him in there. Brock Lesnar is coming to SmackDown.
Yeah, I just have no use for him on my brand.
I don't know if he'll even be on the show, but, you know, he's there. He's on SmackDown.
Surprised you didn't take this tag team to get one half of them, at least for your hardcore title, because one of them would have worked perfectly. Yeah. But I'm going to go with Heath Slater and the man that I'm referencing there that would work perfect for a hardcore division, Rhino. Just want to get a jobber tag team in there for the others to feed on.
Yeah, speaking of, like, jogger tag teams, I'm just going to, you know, these guys always have a good time. Like, I always have a good time whenever I watch them, like with the Fashion Files and such. Fandango.
Alright, we got two people left over here.
Tyler Breeze.
I don't think either of us are dying to have them on our brands.
No.
But there's obviously one that's better than the other. So I'm going to be taking Sting. Damn shame that he lasted this long. I was hoping you'd take him for The Undertaker or something like that. But Sting, I just didn't think I really had much use for him on my brand. But maybe I'll find something. So yeah, I'm just going to natch up Sting here late in the game.
For the last pick on my side, you know, I don't really have a cruiserweight division. I don't really know what he'll do. But I've got Tozawa.
Alright, so the picks have been made. Now we're going to get into doing some rivalries and feuds and all that stuff. We'll get back to you guys. Alright guys, starting off our matchups. I'm going first. Here I have a 6-pack #1 Contenders Challenge. The winner will get a future World Heavyweight Championship match, presumably at the next pay-per-view. Participants in the match, we got Baron Corbin, everyone's favorite. We got Rusev, Roderick Strong, 2 Bullet Club members, in Cody and the villain Marty Scurll, and Samoa Joe, who I would have win. I feel like Samoa Joe's just the best pick out of all these guys to go over, and this perfectly sets up my next feud going forward, so that's why I booked this matchup. Not exactly a perfect match, but it's a great way to kick off the show.
Okay, so my first match on the card is a 6-man Money in the Bank ladder match featuring my favorite, Apollo Crews, Bobby Roode, Dolph Ziggler, Ty Dillinger, Chris Jericho, and Finn Balor. Now, I would say that Finn Balor would end up winning this match. You know, I feel like the Money in the Bank contract is what he needs to bring himself back up to the level that he should be after winning the Universal title. I feel like that'd be a great way to get him back on his feet. So that is my first match.
Next up, I have my United Kingdom Championship match between Tyler Bate, the defending champion, taking on Cesaro. I think this will be a very physical match. All sorts of uppercuts and then, you know, the fists from Tyler Bate. And it'd just be an overall physical match. These two are two of the most physical guys on the roster, two of the strongest guys on the roster. And I just think this match needs to happen sometime in WWE. I think it'd be amazing. As for the winner, I think I've got to throw it to Cesaro. He's just the more experienced one, and I feel like he'd come out on top, but I could see Bate winning for sure. But I would have Tyler Bate losing the United Kingdom Championship to Cesaro in this match.
Very good match, but my next match is just a one-on-one match between the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle and the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. I've put on a classic in the past before. I'd love to see it again. And I'm going to have Kurt Angle walk away with this one just because he's more around with WWE these days. We can see him a lot more often. So, yeah, I think just having that under his belt would be good going forward. So, yeah, there's the next match.
Up next, we got the Viper Randy Orton taking on the Texas Rattlesnake. A good old battle of the snakes.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
And the battle of the sort of arm-grabbing face and planting you into the mat, whether it be with the Stone Cold Stunner or the RKO. I think this matchup would be very good. We never got to see it. Two of the greatest of all time. As for who would win, I feel like Randy Orton probably would, just like a passing of the torch from Stone Cold Steve Austin. But obviously, if this happened way back earlier in Randy Orton's career, I would definitely put Stone Cold Steve Austin over. But I think this matchup would be very good. It's definitely a dream match that we'll never get to see, unfortunately. So, yeah, that is my next matchup.
Alright, so my first title match of the night is the Intercontinental title match featuring the champion, The Miz, along with the B-Team, or Miz Taraj, whatever you want to call him, Sami Zayn, and Shinsuke Nakamura, the artist. No, Shinsuke Nakamura. Three very, very good wrestlers. Three that I definitely enjoy watching. And I know who the outcome of this is. Sami Zayn, just because I think it'd be a great WrestleMania moment coming over these two excellent superstars. A definitely well-deserved WrestleMania moment. And, yeah, that's my next match.
My next matchup is for the Cruiserweight Championship. The greatest Cruiserweight of all time, Rey Mysterio, taking on probably the current greatest Cruiserweight, and sadly he hasn't been on TV in quite some time, SMH WWE. You picked Enzo Amore over this guy. But he is facing the defending champion, Neville. I think this matchup would be insane. We got the perfect babyface versus heel dynamic. We got two great Cruiserweights to be all sorts of insane moves during this matchup, especially if this was a younger version of Rey Mysterio like you can see in that figure. But as for who would win, I think Neville's got to win. We got to pass the torch on to the next greatest Cruiserweight, and I think as a heel it would really work if he does it like in some sort of a cheap fashion, maybe grabbing at Rey's mask or something like that. But yes, I think Neville's going to win this matchup, and I think it would be a great Cruiserweight Championship match.
So for my next match, we have The Game, the Cerebral Assassin, the King of Kings, Triple H, that's a mouthful, versus the Great One, Dwayne Moana, The Rock Johnson. He's not Moana, he's Maui, but whatever. So, this has been teased somewhat, like around WrestleMania 32, I think it was. So, I know it's been done before, but, you know, they kind of teased it for no reason there. But here's the reason now. So, I am going to say that Dwayne wins this match just as a good comeback, and Triple H does lose like every WrestleMania match. So, it kind of works well. So, there is that match.
My next matchup is Jeff Hardy, the charismatic Enigma, taking on Kevin Owens, the prize fighter. I think these two would have an amazing match. To my knowledge, they haven't faced each other before. I believe they were both on opposite brands, and then the brand swapped, and they both flipped brands again. So this hasn't happened before, especially, well, definitely not in WWE. It could have happened in, like, ROH or something, but I don't believe it did. Anyways, I'm rambling on too much. Kevin Owens, Jeff Hardy, I think it would be an amazing matchup. Personally, I think Jeff Hardy's got to go over here. I just love Jeff Hardy so much, one of the greatest of all time. So, yeah, this match will be very good, but Jeff Hardy will be going over.
Okay, so this is my next title match, my SmackDown Tag Team title match featuring the champions, the Club, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, the Bludgeon Brothers in Eric Rowan and Luke Harper, the Usos, and who will win this match, the Revival, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder. All four of these teams are excellent in the ring, and I think they would put on a hell of a show on the grandest stage of them all. The Revival have not been used very well in current WWE status, I would like to think, and I think this is how we change that, and we give them the SmackDown Tag Team titles at WrestleMania.
You know, you just put the Revival over, and a certain word always comes to mind, or a certain phrase whenever I think of the Revival.
Fuck the Revival.
Which is why I've booked the Young Bucks in the next match. I have the Young Bucks defending the Raw Tag Team Championships against Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. I feel like I just didn't have another legitimate team on my roster. I wanted to get the Usos, and then he snatched them first, and then I wanted to get the Revival, who were like at the bottom of our pile that we had, and I just completely forgot about them, but I ended up with these guys. It was going to be American Alpha in there, making it a triple threat, but I feel like just two teams, it would be a better dynamic between these two. You got the veterans in Ambrose and Rollins, former Shield members, against the Elites members of the Young Bucks, like the best tag team in the world today. So I think this matchup would just be insane. If I did have Roman Reigns, I could have booked the Elite versus the Shield, which would have been pretty cool. But yeah, I think this matchup would be great. I think the Young Bucks would retain their championships, and that's how it would end. Otherwise, it would just be a great match. Maybe Ambrose would turn heel after the match and start a feud with Rollins. But yeah, that's that match.
Speaking of the third member of the Shield in Roman Reigns, I have the Hardcore Championship being defended by the Beast, quote-unquote Beast, Brock Lesnar, accompanied by Paul Heyman. The Big Dog.
Here comes the big dog!
Roman Reigns, and the Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman. Three incredibly talented wrestlers. And the one big man that will come away from this match with the title is the Monster Braun Strowman. He does need that big title win. I'm not counting the Raw Tag Team titles because, you know, Nicholas is underage. We don't want Brock to have any titles because he's bad. And I know I won't win the fan vote if I give the title to Roman Reigns. So Braun Strowman is walking away with the Hardcore Championship.
My next matchup is two icons going head-to-head. The icon of WCW, Sting, versus one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest of all time, John Cena. Well, yeah, we got John Cena taking on, oh my god, it's Sting!
Oh my god! It's Sting!
I think this matchup would be pretty interesting. We're never going to get to see it, unfortunately, but yeah, I think it would be pretty interesting. I feel like John Cena's got to go over here. He's a bigger name than Sting in my opinion. I could be wrong about that. Sorry about those old WCW fanboys. But yeah, I think this matchup would be very good. John Cena should go over since he's the younger guy. Surprisingly for this matchup, John Cena should go over, and I don't feel like Sting would be sticking around too much longer after that. I don't really see any other guys on my roster that I'm dying to see him face. But yeah, for this matchup, I will have John Cena going over Sting.
Okay, kind of hard to follow up that one, but I've got an amazing, like probably the best match on the card. A tag team match between the New Day, probably Kofi Kingston and Big E representing the New Day, versus Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy. You know, good two teams, hardworking, very, very good in the ring. I'm going to have the New Day go over here just because, you know, longest reigning tag champions of all time. I think you can't just be giving away victories to anybody. So yeah, that's how this match is going to go.
So my main event right here, this is a triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Three of the greatest wrestlers of all time, definitely three of the best of this generation. The defending champion, the best in the world, CM Punk, taking on the underdog, the yes man, Daniel Bryan. And then in there we also have the cleaner, Kenny Omega, who I would have win this matchup. This dude is just so hot right now. In my opinion, he's the best wrestler in the world at the moment. And I would have him take the belt, go on to have an amazing feud with Samoa Joe, who won the match earlier in the night. I feel like Kenny Omega versus Joe would just be amazing. This whole matchup right here is just amazing. Like, if we could see this, this is just some straight fantasy stuff right here. So yeah, that's my main event. I feel like this is the perfect WrestleMania main event. This could, like, main event Wrestle Kingdom for all I care. But yeah, that is my main event matchup.
I'm not sure if I would classify Kenny as the greatest wrestler in the world, seeing as we have here the defending champ, the face that runs the place, the phenomenal AJ Styles, taking on the not-so-dead man, because he's alive, the Undertaker. Now, one phenom, one phenomenal, and I feel like in Undertaker's old state, AJ is a like a safe wrestler to wrestle with. Both excellent, have put on amazing matches, and will put on a phenomenal match. People may disagree with me on this. I'm going to have The Undertaker win this. No disrespect, no anything. Like a shake hand at the end. Puts his fist up to the crowd or whatever, stuff like that. And he will relinquish the title next night and retire. I think it's a great way to have a send-off to the Phenom. I don't think AJ will be put down any by it just because he's amazing. He can get back up to the top without the Money in the Bank or anything like that. So yeah, that is my main event.
So guys, that is going to do it for our draft. Thank you very much for watching the video. Let us know what brand you liked better. Because obviously, just type out Raw right now. Hit enter.
Hey, don't, SmackDown always I think it has a better chance than last time, okay? I think I did much better this time. And I think I have a chance.
I will agree with that.
You did very well as well. I would say a good game, sir.
Yep. Shaking hands off camera. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to hit the like button, comment down below, or I'll have a poll pop up at the top of the screen so you guys can vote which one was better. If you guys want to see our old draft and how cringy my videos were about a year ago, go ahead and watch that if you'd like to. Otherwise, make sure to subscribe for more future WWE figure-related videos. And until then, I'll see you guys next time.